I don't think we talk enough about what happens when your first plan after masters doesn't just work out. Hi guys, welcome to Echoes with Elizabeth. I'm Elizabeth, an architect, a creative, and someone who's currently figuring out her life after masters. I don't think we talk enough about what happens when your first plan after masters doesn't just work out. Like, you are educated, you are ready, but then life just says, okay, so what? That was my experience after school. While I was in school, I had planned that I'll look for a firm I'll work in immediately after because I didn't just want to be at home. I wanted to have something I was doing. So in school, we were privileged to have conventions where architectural firms will come to speak with us. And then I'll talk to those people that came and tell them that I'll be finishing soon, that I would like to apply to your company. So I already had preparations, I already had plans that I was going to do this, I was going to do that. But thankfully, thanks to God, I was able to find somewhere where I'd work after school. And it was a very good firm. It was a very good firm. But that wasn't just the right place for me at that moment. Because coming into the workforce, I had not worked in that kind of environment before. I was new to like how things were run, that kind of space, like what they needed, like the expectations they had of me, like what I was meant to do, things like that. So it was a lot. It was a lot to process at that time. Like I was finding it a bit difficult, a bit difficult. So it was just like a bit difficult because where I worked during my IT was a different place. It was also a very good place, but it was just like a more construction. They did more of construction and yes, to design. But then they gave us we were interns then, so we were learning. We were learning. We weren't the one actually doing the design. But here, I was done learning, so they expected me to like be doing those things that I'd seen those people do while I was interning, and which I was able to do, but just like I wasn't able to do it as well as they wanted me to, which meant that I wasn't ready, which meant to me that I wasn't ready. I felt like I needed to take a step back. I needed to come back and like learn some things and then re-strategize. And I needed to rest because honestly, after school, from primary, secondary to university, then to masters, straight, like straight, no break, no rest. So I realized that I was actually tired, and that's one of the reasons why I wasn't ready at that moment because I needed to take a break, and I did. I did. I took a break for a little bit. So like after my convocation, I rested. I just rested at home. I was doing some things like I was learning some courses, but I just rested. I just stayed at home. Especially since I was to go for NYC and it wasn't time yet for me to go. So I decided that when it was time for NYC, I would just go. I'll go for NYC and immediately jump back to the workforce, which was better than the plan I had initially. And then once I jumped back into that workforce, things were easier because thanks to that experience, thanks to my first experience, I already had an idea of what people expected of me, of how the environment would be, of how the company would be, or how their reception to those that have just finished school. So yes, someone in my position. I already had an idea of like how things would be. So I was able to like fit in better than I did at first, which was very nice. So I didn't have any issues. Everything was just going smoothly and easily, like no stress. So it's okay if your first attempt after masters doesn't just work out. That's not failure. That's not it at all. That's just information. Like you just need to just figure out where you are currently, the steps you need to take, what you need to do, what you need, what's necessary for you. That's just it. That's just it. So there's one advice I want to advise to those that just finished school or about to. Do you want to work or do you want to learn? So that's one thing I had to ask myself. You have to choose between the two. Most companies will give you the choice to choose those two. So you have to choose. Do you want to work or do you want to learn? You have to you have to pick between the two. So you need to figure out, are you trying to make money immediately after school? Or you are looking for mentorship? Or you are looking for exposure? Or you just want to rest? You have to figure out which of those you want and then plan your next step and then decide this is what you are going to do. That's it. Don't just jump in to a job just because the offer seems good. Don't. You have to ask yourself, is this the right season? Is this the right place for me at this moment, right now? That's what you have to ask yourself. So, trying again, as I said earlier, doesn't mean failure. It just means you are learning, you are growing. And growth sometimes you just like, you have to just take a step back. Sometimes you just have to like go through the steps and repeat it and go and try again. Just like I did. I went back after I took the necessary rest I needed. And I'm okay now. Everything is settled by the grace of God. So, are you in your season of learning or are you in your season of working? Let me know in the comments. Bye.